What's going on, Attack Squad? It's your boy Roman and Game Anime 343 back at it once again, and today I'm back with part 2 of our live streams since today also happens to be my day off as well. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I don't even know where to begin. I mean, part of me wants to actually, talk about this, and another part of me wants to, just really kind of just let this go. Like, it seems that, Yakuza Western Killer is at it again. And this time he's actually going after somebody that I really, really enjoy doing. I mean, oh, God. Okay, hold on. I'll be right back. I gotta do something here. Hang on a sec. All right. Discord. Paste. Go. Alrighty, I'm back. Hold on. We got a guest. It's Dio. Hold on, Dio. Nicest. Is that Dio?
Hey, cockadoodle pussy. Good morning.
Hang on just a second, dude. I gotta switch the speakerphone. There we go. Should be able to actually hear much better.
That's great.
All right.
I was kind of expecting the
right.
TV to be right behind me.
Sorry, I've gotten used to my phone, and unfortunately, I don't want to have to try and figure out how to do my thing to get in my new Twitter account on my iPhone.
And speaking of the devil, she will come.
Anyway, yeah, like I was saying, last night it turns out that freaking Yakuza Western Killer, aka Sad Fat Betty, or like Butterball, or whatever the heck you want to call him, decided to actually do an attack video on freaking Rev Says Desu of all people. The person that I personally look up to, I respect, and we both follow each other, and I actually truly give the man my utmost respect.
Oh, by the way, we got you.
I want the fat bastard just shut up already. Or hell, he's not following his thing where he's supposed to talk about fucking anime. Why hasn't he been shut down yet? Or at least given a fucking warning so he can try and half-heartedly pump out crappy videos about anime.
And put down the fork. I also left something in the Council of Weebs for you to see. I commented on his video. I mean, yeah, it is the typical joke, but hey, he's not worth the creativity.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep saying this. I'm able to talk without being like, give me a second, I gotta catch my breath. You cannot tell me that fat bastard is smaller than me when he has to breathe every 5 seconds when he talks.
Exactly, and I still find it hilarious how he was sitting there saying, I hate you guys, you're a bunch of fat weebs, and that one lady beard.
Or he called us failed abortions, for that matter. He's like, you're all nothing.
Again, what's the lady beard? Is he referencing my crotch since people call the bush down there a beard? What does he mean?
Well, if he means that, then he is a disgusting creep, and Nevada Cheese probably should watch out because, milady, I like you. Let me have some coochie.
God. I was was originally thinking that he was actually a fairy, as in being gay.
Don't be insulting to gay people like that.
Yeah, man, come on,
sorry,
dude.
okay? I have nothing against gay people or anything. In fact, my great uncle was openly gay. Okay.
I kind of hope now because you got one bisexual, and you know if you, well, to be fair, if Didi or anyone else in the LGBT community considered me to be bisexual, then so be it. But like I'm 1%, gay, but only for cute femboys.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say this. Me and mine in the community, if we meet people like Christian or heaven forbid, fat and bastard is gay, we've agreed it is our solemn duty that if we meet them in real life to beat the crap out of them.
Yeah, exactly.
Imagine a drag queen taking her stiletto and grinding it into Josh's crotch.
Well, I mean, it won't have any effect because he has no balls or penis.
I'm sorry if I hurt you. I'm sorry if I hurt you, Mr. Anime.
Just thinking about that really freaking just makes me want to freaking, oh god, it's just ridiculous. I mean, hang on, I'm gonna send Dawn a message. I mean, she's actually kind of actually leaving some really good some good messages. It's like, all right, hang on.
But no. But like I was saying, though,
but Dawn maybe want to join the stream.
To be totally honest with you, I personally don't think they should, just on the off chance that if the not Mr. but if Butterboy sees this stream, I don't want him or any of his losers going after her and her stream and shit. So I mean, I know it's up to her at the end of the day, but I'm just kind of wanting to be cautious. That's why I've been trying not to say her or anyone else's names because, again, I was concerned that a bunch of idiots who hate Mr. A would, in fact, attack, her. Granted, we in her community would all just beat the ever-living crap out of whoever, attacks, but that's beside the point.
Okay, if anybody decides to actually go after Kuradon, Kyono, or any other, or even Revna for that matter, they're actually going to be bringing the wrath of God down on them. Because basically, I'll actually be carrying a freaking baseball bat and I'll say, God forgives. I don't. Freaking want to go Negan on those guys, including freaking Fat Bastard.
I mean, it should be easier, hit Fat Bastard.
I've seen Negan. I'm still upset about him killing Glenn. But you gotta give the man this. He's like, what the fuck are you doing? I don't allow rape in my thing. How dare you think it's okay to rape a woman against her will? And then he kills them. And that is a fair point, especially in the zombie apocalypse, because you can't have people doing shit like this when anything can basically kill you now. And since we don't have modern medical technology now, that woman gets pregnant from rape. Guess what happens if she dies during childbirth?
She gets turned into a walker.
Yeah,
exactly.
And also, welcome, Bobby Campbell. We are actually happy to actually have you on board. We're just actually freaking sitting here talking shit about freaking Yakuza Western Killer because, he's actually, going after Reza's Desu now. And it's all cool. Okay.
I mean, I suppose within the Walking Dead universe, you could strap a woman down so if she does die during childbirth, you just gotta avoid your fingers getting bit and shove the knife up their head. But it's like, why would you even risk it to begin with? I mean, rearing a child should be a thing where you basically let people who want to have a child know. Now, we don't have modern medicine anymore. So you're at risk of dying while birthing your child. You are aware what we're going to have to do if you end up dying during the process. And then if they're like, we're aware, we still want to do it, then fine, they can have a child. But you also got to take into account walkers follow noise. What does a baby make?
Nothing. They're
Right,
annoying. They're a nuisance.
it's just like when freaking when some of the survivors were actually trying to actually help a baby, that were actually were with the Whisperers group, that they actually had to go and actually rescue the baby, and of course, the deaf girl actually tried, helping the baby and making sure that it actually doesn't get anywhere near the walkers. And yeah, that's a true point, but sadly, it's kind of hard to actually take care of kids, and like a zombie apocalypse and stuff like that, because zombies are attracted to two things actually: sounds and smell.
Oh man, the vocal screws them because they smell real bad.
The Wokies be the first one to die because they'd be like, how dare you? The dead are people too. And it's like, no, they're not. When someone's trying to rip your throat out with their teeth, they ain't people anymore.
And I'm just imagining them, like we're about to shoot them, but the Wokies stand in front, like, listen, I, as a non-binary trans magical fairy thingamajig, believe in equality. And as soon as they say zombies deserve to live, all the zombies are going to eat them. It's like, wow, that was absolutely, pointless.
At that point, it's like if I'm there, I'm like, okay, let's save the ammo and just leave. These idiots will keep them distracted while we get supplies back to camp.
I mean, on the plus side, at least
Bobby, no offense, but we actually know about this. This is all gonna piss you all off, but they're making a live action One Piece on Netflix. Yeah, I know.
I'm aware. I follow Lost Paws on Reddit, and he showed the poster and he said the only way this could get worse is if they had Danny DeVito voice Chopper. I'm like, you tempted fate! I hold you responsible if they cast Danny DeVito as Chopper!
It's just, first of all, why the hell do we need a live action, anime? When, first off, One Piece, and just like I said before, One Piece is just like, Dragon Ball Z. It's way too outlandish to make into live action. Especially, you got Dragon Ball Z where the characters have to yell, to pout, like, yo! Like, it's cool.
Let's look at the live action movies Japan does. They're barely watchable because the stuff that you can do in animation doesn't work in real life.
No, and also, hey, Neo.
Please, what's up, guys?
What's up?
Just woke up.
Oh, hey, Neo.
Well, not really, but I am a bit like a little tired and laxed right now. So yeah, I just got done uploading a picture online. You seen it on Twitter? I don't know. People.
No.
Oh,
sounds like he's been...
No, I'm asking Mr. Anime 343.
Oh.
I haven't seen it yet, so
Neo, can you put your Twitter handle in private chat? I want to follow you.
Wait a minute, you're back on there again?
Yes.
But
Yep.
I'm not giving because I'm not giving the Wokies a way to try and get me banned again, but yes, I'm back on Twitter.
She's undercover, like a secret agent.
All right, let me I gotta change that background. It's not suiting my taste. My Twitter banner. I gotta change it. That shit is corny.
Oh God!
I'm in the cancel of Weaves thing on Twitter. I posted a picture of a cosplayer dressed as.
Why the fuck is the GameCube trending? Hold on. Let me go.
Wait, what? Hold up. What? What?
Nintendo GameCube system and the scary good times of Luigi's Mansion debuted in Japan 20 years ago. Today, what are some of your favorite memories with both? I haven't played Luigi's Mansion, but I will admit that I've played Marvel Nemesis on the GameCube, and I had very good experience with that. experiences with that.
Okay,
Mario Sunshine.
Neo, just so I know that I'm on the right thing, your avatar is of a chibi character with pink hair, right?
Yes, that's her.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
As for my memories with the GameCube, this game.
Well,
I
like with
actually, I actually wanted to get the GameCube, but my dad didn't think
And
it.
this.
But my dad didn't think it was a
Well,
good investment, so he got me a PlayStation 2 instead. And I won't lie, I got a lot of games I liked to play on the PlayStation 2. But I really wanted the GameCube because of the Pokemon game.
Man,
nice.
I love the PlayStation
wait, does
2
a
and the Xbox
backwards
so much.
compatible Wii count as a GameCube?
Yeah,
No.
you can actually play GameCube games on the Wii. So
Oh, I have
Now,
a
I
Wii,
mean,
so I can
Well,
do that.
now, one of my memories
long
for the
story short,
GameCube
I have a Wii,
is
not a
I
GameCube.
had
So
both X-Men Legends 1 and 2, and this was a game that me and my best friend, ever since I was 16, played together, and that's like one of the most greatest memories I have with the GameCube and with him. Like we beat both games together.
yeah, I don't know. Besides, all I gotta say is, we the fans deserve something that we can enjoy, not like all this like forced propaganda being just shoved down our throats like 24/7, 365.
Yeah.
Because
Oh, have y'all been seeing pictures from this gala thing?
Huh?
What?
They had some gala thing like maybe a day or two ago, and most of the outfits are outlandish. And I say that as someone who likes dressing up as anime characters or just wearing Halloween costumes in general to run around and pretend I am one with the dead or something. Now, when someone like me says that, your outfit should have been rethought.
I just can't
yeah,
help
it's
but think if
ridiculous. Besides, all I gotta say is, oh man, I was looking at
praise the
that
Lord
gala,
inside of me approve.
I mean,
and
there's this chick that's shown up several times on my Twitter feed with a white dress that says "tax the rich" on the back, but because
Alexandria
it,
oh, I
Ocasio-Cortez.
seen that. I
but
seen
because of
that
the
one.
fact that the wording is red, I just think of a Chick-fil-A bag.
Mm. Maybe she's got some
That's
thighs.
pretty good. But in all seriousness, I gotta say, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez is actually really screwing the proverbial pooch when she actually wore that dress.
Mm.
Yeah, I want to know. I think I actually commented on a picture saying so. Does that mean them too in that case, or is it rules for thee but not for me?
Of course.
I think it's pretty much, I think it's pretty much the latter. The rules for thee, but not for me.
Of course, that's exactly what they like to do. Is we aren't allowed to enjoy something or do something, but when they do it, it's like it's okay. It's basically the us versus them mentality. When we
Well, I
enjoy
mean,
it, like oh,
the
what?
lowly thing, for example. Even though lowlies are usually 18 at least, if not older, we're considered predators if we like lowlies. But yet people will be like, "Oh, cuties is stunning and brave and stuff," and I'm like, "No, it's not. It's exploiting children." And before you even give me that fucking bullshit that it's showing how exploiting children is wrong, you need to understand I don't like hypocrites. And if you're gonna say that it's showing it's wrong, then I'm gonna drag you because you're using children to try and show your point. That's like if I shot a puppy and said, "Oh, animal cruelty is wrong." Yes, but I still shot a puppy that didn't need to be shot.
Exactly. And one thing I do want to throw out before I forget, because I'm glad all of us are here now. Speaking of rules for thee, but not for me, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and whatever Mr. A is, the gentleman.
Ish.
He's a
But
man.
but
Mr.
anywho,
A identifies as an anime god.
but anywho, Phil though.
All
So
I see is a
there
man.
is there is a live action Shira coming out. But wait.
Oh, I
There's
heard
some
about
good
this.
news. There's some
I
good
heard
news.
about this. The Shiris are pissed about it,
Oh
and are
yes.
like, that's different. When people say, "Well, didn't you tell the fans of the OG cartoon tune the same thing
Yep.
when they said the same thing?" And they're like, "That's
Yep.
different." And I'm like, "No, it isn't." And I actually said, "I find it disturbing that you want to continue showing a relationship that's fucking toxic."
And not just that, but it was hilarious to see Edith who sit there and say, well, first off, just so everyone knows, the She-Ra live action is said not to, first of all, be a part of the woke 2017 or 2016 abomination, but also
Also,
it's going to be its
It's
own thing.
2019.
Also,
It's
the
2019.
TVs are the reason why there's no continuation. I still go to Mart and other lesser stores and still see the crappy, cheaply made Shiri dolls that were made for a penny, and they're still filling containers for people to grab stuff when they want. And I'm like, how many years has it been since this show ended, and they still can't sell these crappy toys? I mean, not even the doll customizers want these crappy dolls because they're cheaply made.
And not just that, but though these idiots, you posted this on the council, GDR, if I'm not mistaken. But the whole that I think she's the actress that plays Shira or something. But anyway, she reads, screeching saying, "You stupid bitch, you should die. I hope your kids die," and blah blah blah. It's like,
You
wait a
mean
minute.
Kiki Sparkle?
Yeah.
Yeah, that pissed me off because while I while I
Wishing
like
death on
Kiki
someone's
stuff,
kids, man, I would fucking get that person's information and find out where they live and beat
like
their ass.
example, I don't know if you guys remember Dominique Sky, the whore. Basically, I'm sorry, she's a whore.
I don't have
Ah,
no idea who the fuck that is.
She was one of the
No.
people basically defending Bitch Cakes, Marchie, and Monica when they falsely accused Vic of doing lewd things.
And
However, However, while I hate the woman myself, I will never bring her 5 year old daughter, or the daughter was 5 year old at the time, but I will never bring her daughter into this because her daughter has nothing to do with what her dumb mom does on Twitter. And if you go after a child who has nothing to do with her parents' stupidity, you're a piece of shit in my eyes.
And not just that, but what does it say about you, I'm not going to say grown man, because let's face it, these people aren't, men or women. They're sad, pathetic, neckbeard losers. But what does that say about you as an individual who sits there, who has an issue with someone, say, I hope you and your kids die? Like, that's some little bitch energy right there.
Oh, when that umbrella guy was talking about abuser heard, he basically had people going on there and saying, "Oh, you might want to be careful. It'd be a shame if CPS was called for your children." I'm like, "You son of a bitch! If I ever find out who you are, I am going to make sure you can never have children, because I will
And
fucking castrate your ass."
And remember, by the way, going back to the Shiva thing, when the OG fans were like, why does the character look like this? Why does the character have to, it would be this or that? The damn Shivis were like,
Why?
shut up, you
Why does
stupid Nick.
Adora? Why does Adora look like an androgynous boy?
Exactly. And the Shivis were like, shut up, you misogynist pee head, this isn't meant for you. But now that we have a Shiva that hopefully will be made for us, these damn idiots are coming back going, this isn't right. I remember one comment. I was watching, I think it was a Clownfish TV when I was watching, but one of the things that the comments was, you know how hard it was for the LGBT to get into TV shows or some bullshit like that. Some voice
Steven
me, pity
Universe was
me.
doing it long before Shiri was a thing.
I know, but now that Steven Universe is over, they gotta go for the new thing until they
The Owl
brand
House.
new thing.
The Owl House, though.
Do you really want these people to jump onto the Owl House? I mean, it's a good
Oh,
show by
hell no.
all means.
They canceled that. I'm so freaking pissed at that.
I thought the show was ending after the third season, which was a couple 40-something minute episodes anyway. So,
To be fair, like I don't know exactly. I mean, I only know about just getting
Hey,
Catfish TV.
You get used
And
to
I
shows
guess-
ending after the 2 seasons if you're into comic book shows. You get used to
Don't
it.
even bring. I'm not even gonna. We're not even gonna talk about that. Anytime someone brings up comics, it always involves DC or Marvel, especially DC. When I hear something negative happening to DC in any shape or form, fashion, I get so fucking pissed, and I just it gives me a certain. It makes me feel. It just gives me a certain funk. Like it makes me feel a certain funk, man. I don't like that shit.
I actually said on one of those things to someone who's like, "Oh yes, that's what we want, more toxic relationships." And I said, "Right?" And I said, and I bet my left butt cheek these are the same.
Oh, hey,
Hey, Silent Joker.
I bet my left butt cheek these are the same people who would complain about Harley and Joker. And don't get me wrong, I agree. Harley and Joker are a terrible couple to aspire to. But they would complain about them, but then look the other way with Catra and Adora because lesbians. And it's like, fuck no, it's just as bad as Harley and Joker. Catra could have easily gone with Adora when she's like, come with me. Because I watched the show because I felt like maybe I should see what shows be good for my nephew at the time. Plus, I was bored at the time when I watched it, and I needed something to kill time. But if Catra had gone with Adora, then I'd have been okay with it. The fact that not only did Catra refuse to go, but almost destroyed the universe, or at least their planet, by unraveling time because Adora loves me, made me hate the fucking character.
And don't forget, she didn't get any redemption. Like she didn't say sorry or anything. When again, kind of going back to MLP, Starlight got redemption. She deserved that, and Twilight, was like, "Hey, let's talk about this before you destroy time any further." Which that's great because that's what you need right there. Meanwhile, Catra and Adora, Catra's, little temper tantrum was just, I destroyed the universe. Well, we're back, aren't we?
Or sort of like
I also think that maybe I could have accepted Catra being pissy if they hadn't had the scene where Adora's like, come with me. If they had left that scene out, I'd be like, well, you can't really blame her because Adora didn't exactly, say, hey, you're my friend or whatever, ever, you need to come with me or you're going to be doomed. No, they had a scene where Adora's like, come with me. Basically, it's like, I care about you. I don't want to leave you. Come with me. And Catra's like, no, I'm going to prove myself to the Horde. And I'm like, God fucking damn it. I hate this character.
And because she wanted to play the victim, just like the final season where Shadow Weaver's like, hey, Adora, in order to get super powerful, you need to get, rid of your friends. To which Adora's like, no, shut up. And for whatever reason, Catra hears this. Catra hears this clear as day when she scoffs off, pouting, she doesn't need me anymore. Like you,
oh, yeah, nice.
dumb.
I also got
bitch.
a couple of things yesterday. Check it out. This is actually a pretty good read.
Nice.
Yes!
Nice.
Yes! Thank you so much for picking that up. Thank you so much.
That looks
Also, I
pretty
just
cool.
picked this up as well. This is called Ass Kicking Beef Jerky, and I tried eating this. And I mean, basically, I just had that like about a minute ago, and my mouth was like totally on fire. I mean, basically.
Oh, hey, that's the jerky you ate on my stream.
Yes, that. Basically, this stuff. I'm gonna regret this later because basically this is gonna wreak havoc on my intestines.
Oh
Yeesh.
my. That
Be
sounds.
honest, is because I'm not gonna call you fucking Lord. Calm down before you bust all over the goddamn stream and on your keyboard, please.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this. You want a couple that is better than Cadora besides Lumidity? We've seen it starting to happen with episode 6. Blitz and Stolas.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I
there you
saw it.
go.
I saw it. Blitz and Stolas. I mean,
Now,
basically,
Now, one thing I do want you to throw out there, though, because I'm pretty sure this is what they would say, though. Blitz and Stodus. Like, it seems that Stodus is the one that's putting in all the energy into the relationship. While Blitz seems to be more just using Stodus for the adorn shit. But here's the thing. Well, yes, that did
He's
happen or was happening. However, in episode 6, we get like this whole why does Blitz do what he does, and it's like okay, he kind of changed his ways here. It's like he's now interested. He now is committing to the relationship.
Mm. I
yeah,
was
but when you look at Blitz's, past relationships, we're not going to include Stryker because I mean that wasn't long enough to be considered a relationship. But when you look at it, you do see that Blitz is scared of rejection, so he fucks himself over in relationships. But I think Stolas will be the relationship where he realizes I I don't have to worry about losing this particular individual. Also, I would love to see someone do a fan comic where Blitz and Stolas look at Katra and Adora and they're like, "What the fuck is wrong with you? This is not a healthy relationship."
oh,
speaking
that would
of
be pretty interesting to
fan.
see.
Yeah, speaking of interesting fan made stuff, tell me why I was actually doing this one fan fiction. I think it was like what, like a year ago, maybe. I don't know how long ago it was. Or I was thinking of it. I'm not too sure. I don't remember. I was actually trying to type it down, but tell me why I was thinking of one of my OCs by the name of Matthew or Matthew Vans, his last name being Vans, or no, his last name being something else. His Vans is his middle name. Where I have him fight these fucking SJW cartoon characters like fucking Shira and all that, and various anime characters, and him and his friend is just whooping their ass, or he's actually managing to fight these people with this ability that he has been gifted by something. Like I was thinking of something like that. I was like, I'm gonna make that into reality because I want my OC to fight various characters for reasons. It's not what you
Oh no,
think.
no, this would be a better thing. Have the actual good representation for things like queer society fight the SJW shit. Like you have Amity and Luz team up and use magic to beat the shit out of Adora and Katra.
Yeah, I would think of something like that, or probably do something like that. But I would put my OC in there a little bit. That's not kind of like I like crossovers, and I also like versus matchups for some reason. So I would actually do something like that. Another thing, any of you guys? Okay. I'm just gonna give you like some ideas. Okay, there was this one idea I had. You ever read that comic? Any of you in this fucking chat or in stream or whatever? You ever heard of a comic book from Avatar? Avatar, what the fuck? Avatar called Under My Thumb. You know, you ever heard of that? Anybody ever ring a bell?
I think I've
No.
actually heard about it for KSFIX4.
That's what I'm talking about. I read that a long time ago, and I was like, this version of Janora she did this to Korra, and I'm just thinking to myself, you know what? I'm gonna have my OC beat your fucking ass one day. And I'm just thinking to myself, I'm looking at all these characters, these corrupt version or just characters that are evil. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna make a freaking I'm gonna type down a story where he's definitely fighting those people. Um, and another thing, you guys saw that Ankaku Madoka Magica or Madoka Magica manga I showed you before, right? You guys
I've
remember
seen it.
that?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Um,
yes.
I don't know what you're
That
talking about.
that version of Madoka is gonna get her ass handed to her. I'm gonna definitely make that a crossover. I'm gonna do it one day, and various other characters. You will just have to see it because I'm gonna do something. You'll be surprised, but I'm going to do it. But my stuff takes long. I put effort into my artwork. I put effort into everything. So if you don't see it, like the Mugen project that I'm going to be working on soon, if you don't see it sooner, it's because I'm doing other shit and I have personal stuff I have to deal with as well. That's why it's taking me so long to do this stuff. But I put work into this shit when I do it.
Yo,
You
Neo.
can't, huh?
Yeah, you need a like a good
Yo,
editor.
Neo, just not out there, man. Now, don't over swamp yourself because then you'll just, not be able to do anything.
Yeah, you'll burn out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of experienced a little bit of that, so I had to freaking calm down a bit. Look at my fan art on Twitter. Like you can tell where the direction that I'm going. I'm going a more edgy route. I used to draw on my other DeviantArt account, but I stopped drawing like that, and I'm going a more edgy direction and route because I want my stuff to be kind of black and white with a little bit of color. That Sin City-ish type of look. Well, not too
Oh,
much like that.
basically, when you see the color, it's so you'll focus on the thing that's the centerpiece. You mean?
Yeah, yeah, pretty much like that, but it's mixed with black and white. Like, yeah, and there's like blood. You can see the blood is like red, but just everything is still black and white with a little bit of mix of color. That's what I'm doing. You can see my fan art. That's
Black
the
and
direction
white
I'm going.
with a little bit of red. I'm interested.
Yeah,
Looks
like
dope.
yeah, man. That's why I'm going. That's the route that I'm going. And when you see my OC fight those characters, that's the exact art style you're gonna end up seeing. It's gonna be gritty as fuck. It's not gonna be what you think. It's not gonna be nice, like oh, come together. No, no, no. That shit is gonna be violent. Trust me.
The edgelord inside of me approves.
Yes, I'm an edge lord too. So thank you, Bleeding Shadow.
Reminds me of my
Yeah,
fanfic, like way back in the
You're
day.
welcome.
Like this, it's like for a class that I took, they're like, all right, for our English class, they're like, you can write a page and a half in your notebook for a grade. I'm like, what's it for? Like, oh, it could be anything. I wrote a story that was kind of dark and edgy, but it's like, now implementing that to my fanfic, it's pretty awesome.
Oh,
Basically,
you
I'm
gotta
like,
be
I'm
careful
not
with.
focusing
You
on
gotta be
one
careful
setting.
with those
I'm
guys.
like, everything goes. Cyberpunk, steampunk, everything goes. So
You gotta be
magic,
careful
dark
with
magic,
those kinds of
everything goes.
stories.
Thank you for
Yes,
following me, Dionysus.
you
You're
gotta be
welcome.
careful with those kinds of stories because teachers will assume you're suicidal or something. I mean,
Oh
think of
no,
Oh
it's
my
like I
God!
didn't get past like the
Do I
first
have
arc really.
Hold on, guys. Do I have a story for you since Didi just brought this up? Also, you're welcome. I thought I followed you before, Neo, but I apologize for that. But so fourth grade, one thing you need to know about little Dionysus. I
Talking about
enjoyed
fan.
horror movies. I enjoyed horror movies, Hellraiser, Puppet Master, Child's Play,
Friday
etc.,
the
oh
etc.
my
13th
god, I love
or
Puppet.
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yes, yes.
I
And
love
Nice.
Master. I have a Blade plushie.
I have the Blade statue. I'll show it to you later. But anywho, so I'm at school and the teacher's like, okay, class, you're going to write a story, make sure you got spelling correctly, periods, blah blah blah, that kind of thing. So here I am writing a 2-page story, mind you. Okay, yes, it wasn't front to back, but you got the point. Okay, so do y'all know the movie is a B-rated movie called The House?
The house.
Yeah, it's a guy where a guy moves into a house and all sorts of strange, wacky things happen. There's even a zombie skeleton soldier that comes and attacks them.
Those all sound like really cool ideas too.
Well, I mean, I'll show you that a video of that so y'all can get the picture. But anyway, so I'm writing the story. Mind you, I'm not saying there's any blood or anything, but one of at the end, the monster eats. Now, I didn't say there's blood and guts. It's just the monster consumed the victim, right? So I turn in this paper. My teacher reads it halfway through, looks at me, and then crumbles my hard work and throws it in the garbage and says, "You have to do it again."
Fuck him.
Why? Why do you have to do it
Because
again?
it was too scary.
And how old were you at the time?
This was fourth grade, so how old fourth grade is? Like,
Woo! Creative minds in fourth grade.
yeah, there you go. But
if I were in your shoes, I'd be like, "Fuck you! I'm not writing it again. I'll take the F." And when my parents ask, I'll tell them that the reason you told me to write it again was because it was too scary. Of course, my parents would have gone in and been like, "What the fuck? If you didn't give them a thing saying don't write scary shit, why the fuck are they being punished for your stupidity?"
exactly, and if anything, my story would technically be on par with Goosebumps. So
Gateway horror.
that's the level. Yeah, that's the level that I was going with, or that I went with.
Yeah.
But nah, it's just like what the hell, right? Like, what are some of these teachers who they tell us individuals who are creative that we can't do a certain thing, we can't have scary stories, or we can't draw monsters, which, mind you, was something that I also drew, and it's like I can't do this because the teacher would find it offensive. Like, what the fuck?
I'm so sick of it.
Well, I
offensive.
I remember several years back hearing a story about this girl's niece in art class, and they were told to draw a princess, and most people did Disney princesses, but she decided to do Sailor Moon because technically Sailor Moon, aka the main character, is a princess.
Yeah.
And the teacher got pissy and said, "You're supposed to draw like Ariel or something." And it's like, "Oh, you said to draw a princess." And I'm sure if you ask the niece, she'd tell you that this is Princess Serenity. And then the teacher could have, done a fucking Google search and seen that, yes, she's a fucking princess.
Exactly. Like, I'm sorry that Serenity doesn't wear your typical princess gown, but I mean, my question is, okay, my question here would be, if she was to draw Twilight Sparkle, Cadence, or Celestia Luna, would that count or not count? Since in technicality, you said to draw a princess.
I'm getting the feeling that the teacher was expecting all the kids to just do Disney princesses. And it's like, well, no, not every kid is only going to saturate themselves in Disney. And then if we go by, it has to be a Disney princess. Actually, Leia falls into that category because Star Wars is now owned by Disney. Not to mention, if you go through Marvel, you can find several princess characters there.
And also, the question is, what does Princess Zelda count as a princess? Could I draw, or could she draw
Princess Peach,
her?
Princess Rosaline, Princess Daisy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know those three are from the same game, but you get what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, exactly. It's like, I mean, well, you said princess. So when you say princess...
And then, like I said, Leia and several characters from Marvel would count. But if it has to be a Disney product...
What about anime?
Wait.
I said that the teacher seemed to want only Disney princesses, but she said draw a princess.
Yeah, draw a princess.
So the niece drew Serenity, aka Usagi, aka Sailor Moon, because anyone who's a Sailor Moon fan knows she's a princess. But But anyway, getting back to my thing, if we're technically having to go with Disney products, there's also Kyrie because she's a princess of light, and Kingdom Hearts is a Disney Square Final Fantasy thing.
Yeah, and again, she said princess. That opens up a whole box of worms here because it's like, all right. That means I can draw Princess Twilight Sparkle. That means I can draw Serenity. That means I can draw Zelda. That means I can draw insert princess character here because you just said to draw a princess. That's it. You didn't specify.
Hell, and since she didn't say fictional princesses, someone could have drawn Princess Diana or something.
Yeah, there you go. So it's like the fault is on the teacher. Like again, these teachers, they need to realize that first of all, when you say to write a story, you need to at least be specific because not every kid is going to draw some cutesy rootsy little story or whatever. There's going to be kids like me who like horror movies and will give you something that's on the same level as Goosebumps. And if you say draw a princess, well, guess what? You got girls like this who be like, okay, here's Princess Serenity, a princess. You're welcome.
Yeah, man. People are too overly sensitive about the smallest shit. Like, I guarantee you, when I'm done making this fan fiction, people's gonna be like, "Oh, why would you do this?" Shut the fuck up. I'm so sick of the whole. Oh, I'm so freaking
I hate
mad.
people who hate fan fiction, but instead of being like, you know what, let me just X out of this and stop reading, will actually comment and say how it sucks and stuff. And it's like, why the fuck are you still reading it then? Or with
Exactly.
the video, why the fuck are you watching the video if you don't like it? What
Exactly.
is wrong with you? When I don't like something, I X out of it.
Exactly. And it's just stupid because first of all, no one cares about you not liking it. No one's going, oh man, now I need to stop doing. Like, no. I mean, if I'm reading any story, like I've read several fan fiction from the MLP, years back when the show was still going and stuff.
Cupcakes.
Huh?
Cupcakes. I'm not a fan of cupcakes,
Yeah, there you
but
go.
I don't actively try to seek it out. If
So,
I
I mean,
come upon a video about cupcakes, it's by accident. Like someone was doing the darkest fan products or something someone did. Like maybe making a pony figure that has half its skin ripped off or something.
That's actually kind of edgy, and I like that. But I don't really care about ponies, so I'm not even.
Making a point. I don't actively look for cupcakes.
I mean, here's what I thought that you like. I mean, I like Cupcake. It's a good story. It was, horror, and also, to be fair, I am biased towards Pinkie Pie. So, but the point here is, even though I did enjoy that, I don't like that one fan animation called, I think it's just called Smile, where,
I hate Smile too.
yeah, you know what I'm talking. I couldn't because it was way too fucked up.
They take an adorable song that makes.
When I watched that video, it was like, okay, I'm not into ponies. This doesn't really have any effect on me, but it is pretty like kind of like cool how she's just like beating everybody's ass a little
They
bit.
took a song that is supposed to make you feel good to realize maybe you'll be able to pull out of depression or something, and they taint it by having her go psycho and kill her friends.
I always wondered, in my opinion, why did she do that? In my opinion, because I'm surprised that I even want to even know the backstory of that, and I fucking hate My Little Pony. Sorry.
Well, what? I'm not sorry. I mean, everyone has their own opinion and stuff, but Pinkie Pie is what we call the crazy one. Like that's even the meme. You got the magic user, the tomboy, then there's Pinkie Pie. Like she's she's supposed to be like kind of put in anime and comic book terms. Harley Quinn, Toga from My Hero Academia, and any other psycho crazy character that can snap at any moment and annihilate you. Like she's random. She's insane.
Well,
Actually, I'm gonna try to do a fan fiction with that character as well. Do something with that.
A fourth wall breaker. She can break the fourth wall. In fact, the Pinkie Pie versus Deadpool thing ended with her and Deadpool becoming friends because they more or less have the same personality.
Yeah, and that's absolutely cute as fuck. I mean,
that Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe shit was wicked. I didn't really like that too much because Deadpool is not an interesting enough character for him to do that. I would prefer someone like Spawn killing the comic book universe.
Yeah,
but they did do something like that, but it was
get
shitty.
killed or something.
Huh?
Didn't Deadpool's daughter get killed or something? So that's why he snapped.
No, it was something else. But I just don't get it. Like the guy Colin Bunn who made that, I guarantee you wouldn't see Superman kills the DC universe or Batman kills the DC. Actually, you did. That's
Well,
Batman.
technically, Batman is paranoid.
Well,
He's got
That's called Batman Metal. That's the whole.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm surprised with how many
Tower Babylon.
With how many times they've made Superman the villain. I'm surprised they haven't done Superman kills the DC universe.
As a matter of fact, they did make a Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe equivalent for DC. It's called Batman Metal.
At most.
I haven't read Batman Metal. Is that good?
Is a Batman wank fest pretty much. It's just it's just the writers jerking off to Batman saying Batman always wins. Let's make him evil. Let's make him think ahead of everybody, beat everybody, make him smarter than everybody because he's Batman. That's what the writers at WB, not DC itself, but WB likes to do because they're gay, they're homo, and all they do is jack off to Batman all day. And so does Frank Miller, that bitch ass motherfucker, making a comic book
time.
The fucking having a whole comic about Batman just whooping Spawn's ass. Okay, Spawn is my favorite character in the world.
I'm sorry. I love Batman as much as the next person, but I think a guy who's been imbued with demonic powers would probably defeat the guy whose only way of winning a fight is gadgets.
Man, Spawn being demonic power, how did you say imbued with demonic power is an understatement to how powerful this dude fucking is. Spawn is so powerful that he was able to, with the mother of, oh my god, I'm off today. With the help of a being called Mom, with the help of a being called Mom, he was able to have the power to seal away Satan and God. How does anybody have that kind of power? Spawn is probably the most powerful character. Period.
Spawn was able to seal away the devil. Sounds like Satan
and God and God as well.
That was awesome to see. I'm like, yes.
I'm just gonna say it. I think Satan shot himself in the foot by giving Spawn powers. Then.
Yeah. What was you gonna say, Dionysus?
Now, Spawn is like by far my favorite fucking comic book character because, first of all, I like demons. I know that will probably trigger a lot of religious people, but whatever. I like demons. They're cool as hell. And
demonism is a demon, or Satanism was religious too.
Well, yeah, and also Spawn, his design, his powers. Dear God, 10 out of 10. I would love to play a Spawn game. However, the only issue is Sony cannot censor anything. It has to be a true, pure Spawn game.
Well, then there won't be any game because Sony is not going to be happy if they can't censor shit.
Then give it to Microsoft.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Also, like, when it comes to, like, Spawn, someone compared Spawn to Superman. I think it was called Webcam Parrot. And then someone made a debunk called Farcom 4. I listened to both their points. I was like, if Spawn and Superman fought, they will destroy the universe on accident. That's how powerful they are. They're literally equal to each other in every single way of the word.
Well, this is like the whole Goku versus Superman thing. I really don't think they would fight for long once they realize they both want to protect Earth,
Yeah. Yeah, man. It's like Spawn versus Superman is so balanced, like, because of how powerful they are and what they can do. Like, Spawn is able to fucking seal away God. Listen, I'm gonna say it right here. I don't care who tries to correct me in that homo dick in a booty versus community. Listen, Spawn is, if not the strongest character, period.
Facts.
If it's not him, it's Superman. Because Dr. Manhattan couldn't even erase him. He couldn't. He could not erase the concept of Superman because Superman is the foundation of DC. No character can erase him. Not that one character from a
talking about that blue guy from
the Watchman, Dr. Manhattan. Listen, nobody can erase Superman. Not that character from a Madako box, Kumagawa Masagi, not his ass, not Haruhi, not Madoka, not any of them. They cannot erase Superman. And Spawn probably can't be erased either. So
I have a question though. Why would Haruhi want to try and erase Superman since her whole thing is I want to meet aliens, espers, and time travelers?
I don't know. She would feel like erasing Superman maybe because she doesn't like him. So
is she even aware that she's a god?
She does become, I believe if she becomes aware, I believe she becomes evil, but Superman wouldn't be erased. Listen, Superman is so powerful that Dr. Manhattan couldn't even erase him because he is the foundation of DC. He is DC itself. So Spawn fighting Superman would be so epic, so catastrophic. It would literally probably put the Image and DC universe on the line. That's how powerful Spawn and Superman is compared to each other. So people saying Spawn can kill Superman or Superman can kill Spawn, you're both right.
Also, I want to throw out there, you know how these damn the Wokies, they always want to cry and demand, their representation of that bullshit when we all know they're full of shit, but they want their representation, and yet none of them are praising Spawn, a black superhero who, mind you, is a black person, but he's also an awesome character. He isn't like these.
They probably don't include him because his powers are demonic based. And how dare someone of a minority group, not be imbued with powers from God instead of the devil?
Listen, SJW should not touch Spawn. I'm glad they don't speak about him. None of them should touch Spawn. Spawn should just stay in his lane. Todd McFarlane is doing a good job staying in his lane. He's doing exactly what comic book artists should do. He's telling his fans thank you. He's telling his fans he appreciates his fans. He's making good comics. He's not adding that representation bullshit. He's doing what he's supposed to motherfucking do. And that's
still getting the movie.
Also, someone likes that Marge Simpson hair looking Green Lantern girl. She's a black character. I'm like, excuse me, you did not just say this bitch is better than Jon Stewart.
Man, by the way,
she has to develop and gain a fan base and have people love her to be equal to Jon Stewart. And
exactly,
not on that level yet. So no, she's not on the same level as Jon Stewart. You have to make it so to make us like her.
Oh, and by the way, guys, did you know that there has never been a Canon Blade movie? Or at least that's according to this idiot.
What?
Wow! I guess Wesley Snipes doesn't count anymore.
What?
Okay, so
exactly.
What's going on here?
Our new writer for the upcoming Blade movie is like, was it like source material that someone tweeted out? And it's like, what? You got dozens of established canon for Blade. Does the Wesley Snipes film do not count?
You don't add a character in the 90s series Spider-Man unless they have something as lore in the Marvel Universe.
Precisely. Thank you.
But I mean, it's just every freaking time these Wokies open their mouth, it's always something stupid, right? Like, there's no Canon Blade movie. Like, you are dumb as fuck. Well, you're a Wokey, so you're as dumb as a Wokey. And you got these movies, awesome movies, mind you. Blade was cool as hell. And yet you're going to ignore them.
I was trying to upskate a mountain.
I mean, Blade was the very first Marvel movie I ever saw and I love this movie. I watched it until the tape wore out.
Listen, man, when I do my artwork, when I do my artwork of Spider-Man, it's gonna be the Sam Raimi version. And you guys know that shipping on the internet between Lucina from Fire Emblem and Spider-Man. You guys know of that, right?
No.
Yeah.
No, but thanks for the image.
Yeah. Some asshole made
Wait, you
that, and
said
every
Sam
time
Raimi
someone,
Spider Man?
I'm gonna make Sam Raimi Spider-Man fight this guy's version of
But
Spider-Man
why
by the
are
name.
you doing this crack ship? Please explain.
Okay, someone made a ship between Lucina and with Spider-Man, and every time someone calls out the ship, he attacks people. Hell, even death threats people. He even makes sock accounts, to attack people. Right? That goes after his precious faggot ship. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make Sam Raimi's Spider-Man beat that version of Spider-Man, the Kongzilla Rex's Spider-Man. That's the
What
guy who
the
made that shit.
fuck?
And Lucina's Spider-Man bloody. I'm gonna have my version of Spider-Man, Sam Raimi's Spider-Man, that I love so much,
That
beat
ship
that version of Spider-Man fucking bloody to the fucking corpse.
that ship is like Mordecai. It doesn't make fucking sense. They have nothing in common.
I know.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm gonna make my version, not my version, but Sam Raimi's Spider-Man beat them fucking bloody.
I mean, this ain't like the whole crack ship with Mabel from Gravity Falls being with Steven because it makes sense because they have similar personalities or something, so it's kind of cute. These characters have nothing in common, and it makes no fucking sense why you would ship them.
Exactly.
Exactly. And also, I'm gonna have Sam Raimi's Spider-Man also beat the shit out of Penny Parker's Spider-Man or Spider character. That's what I'm gonna do. Because I already did it on one of my before, but I'm just gonna draw it for reasons that I will bring up. I am sick and tired of these fucking assholes taking Spider-Man as a character and ruining him with this bullshit on the internet. When you're making Spider-Man like this, you're kind of making people not taking him seriously. When you're shipping him with every character that exists, you're making Japanese versions of the character that people is not going to take seriously anyway. It's like you don't fucking do that to Spider-Man and get away with it. I have, and then some people even made Sam Raimi's Spider-Man do this. There's people who ship Ruby Rose from Ruby with Spider-Man. And I've seen a
Ugh.
picture of
That doesn't make
Spider-Man.
sense either.
No, listen. I've seen Spider-Man get his dick sucked by fucking Lucina and Ruby Rose. I've seen it. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna have Sam Raimi's Spider-Man just become evil, right? I'm gonna have him become evil with the black suit. I'm gonna have him beat all these fucking characters, even his fucking harem bait cuckold versions of himself. I'm gonna have my version, Sam Raimi's version of Spider-Man, beat them fucking bloody too. That's what I'm
Oh,
gonna do. I'm gonna have Spider-Man just beat the ever living shit out of all his stupid ass fan made versions of himself that's
The
crappy.
only
And I'm
the,
gonna have him beat all his gay ass waifus too.
the only ship I would accept with Spider-Man is Deadpool, just because it's.
Ah!
Let me finish. Let me
let
finish.
her finish.
Because it's funny when Deadpool points out that various things they do are going to set the shippers off, and you have Spider-Man like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" And he's like, "Well, like I'm riding on your back. You don't think the shippers are going to, write some kinky shit about that?"
Yeah, man. I'm gonna ooh, and then you want to know what that whole Spider-Man and Deadpool thing? Don't worry, because I'm gonna have Sam Raimi's Spider-Man beat up that motherfucker to death too. Those motherfuckers to death as well. Because
Oh,
I am
come
sick of.
on! Deadpool actually points out the absurdity of it. Don't go after
Deadpool's
Deadpool.
cool.
No, okay, fine. I won't go after Deadpool. But anything else,
Thank
they're gonna get the ever living shit beat the fuck out of them by Sam
Yes, if you
Raimi's
want to
version of
pick out the
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man that Deadpool hangs out with, you can do that.
Also, guys, before we forget yet a fucking again, because this has been the third fucking stream.
Thirsty sword thing.
Yes, We need to address the stupid elephant in the room, or the thirsty lesbian elephant in the. What the fuck do you want to call the damn elephant? We need to address it. Actually,
I'm gonna be
no, I'm
honest.
sorry.
It must not be important if this is the third time we forgot.
Exactly.
Oh no, I mean it isn't, but at the same time it needs to be addressed because it needs to be stated how dumb this is. Now, just in case no one knows, Thirsty Sword Lesbian, first of all, sounds like it's a porn parody, like if you type it out on fucking Pornhub. You type it on Pornhub right now, you're going to get some results. But it's the
Hey,
creators
guys.
have decided to sit there and say, hey, before you get this game, before you buy this game, you first basically must check out these blue check marks. You know, you can't be racist, can't be homophobic. You gotta like body positivity, which I find hilarious as hell
Well,
because every
gonna
time
fucking
there's a
fail.
character, yeah, every time there's a thick ass character, you know, these idiots are like, oh my god, this is disgusting, misogynistic. Meanwhile, when there's
Hey,
a
guys.
potato woman, it's a-okay and shit.
Yeah, Bleeding Shadow.
So, since we were on the topic of our own art styles, I want my own art style to be like a combination of Frank Miller combined with Hiro Arakawa, the creator of FMA, and Jonah Ventus. Like, imagine all three of those art styles combined. That would be my dream art style.
Unfortunately, my art style is rubber hose because I can't draw well enough to do like anime, and it saddens me.
To be fair,
You know
what I'm
who?
planning on doing is I'm going to be making a comic, and I'm going to do what OGE does, and that is get a character, get someone to draw the characters for me and make the comics. So that's more than likely what I'm going to, because with OGE, he has toxic man baby do his comics, his artwork and stuff.
Yeah,
Who's the toxic
Wait, I
man,
didn't
baby?
pronounce the creator of FMA right. Like, is it Harum Arakawa?
If
I
you're
don't know what
talking
her
about
name is, but
if you're
hold
talking
on.
about Full Metal Alchemist,
Hey,
all I know
Anime Night.
is all I
You know what
know
a better
is
night?
the all I know is the creator of
Hello, everyone.
Alchemist is a woman.
Yo, what's good,
I was trying
Anime
to pronounce
Night?
her name.
Hi, Anime Night.
Hey, I'm
Also,
not
Hello,
night.
everybody. I would have been
Well,
here earlier, but I was talking to my aunt, so I apologize for showing up late
so
to the
as
party.
I was
better late than
saying,
never, man. That's how I look at
my
it.
art style
Yeah.
isn't as final yet, but that's what my art style. That's what I want my art style to be.
Oh, you guys know the guy named Ryan Otley, the guy who draws the Invincible comics? That guy?
No.
Yeah.
No.
I was gonna do my art style how it is, right? Very grungy and edgy, right? I was gonna have my version of Batman beat that ever living shit out of Ryan Otley's Batman. That's what I was gonna do.
Oh man, Anime Night actually has something to show. What you
Is
got
that
in
an
the box?
Xbox Series X?
Actually, it's the 100th episode figure that finally showed up.
Oh.
So, I will give one hint. It's somebody from Black Lagoon, so stay tuned.
Revy?
Is it Mr. Anime's waifu?
It should be Roberta.
It's probably Balalaika. I bet you it's Balalaika.
Oh
Hold on.
God,
Hold
that
on.
fucking character.
Hold on. Okay, hold on. Male or female character?
Female.
Okay,
Oh.
the girls.
I'm leaving it at that. That's your guys' only hit because I'm gonna have so much fun teasing this.
Oh, damn it.
Okay.
I'm gonna have so much.
How many guesses
You
did we
guys
get?
are gonna be so driven insane by next week. It's like, what is it? What is it?
No, I'm not gonna
It's
really
gonna be
stress
so
it.
much fun.
I like unboxing videos for some reason. I don't know why. I just do. I'm just glad I have my Xbox.
By the way, this figure, I had to win in a bidding war.
Woo!
Oh.
Nice.
Alright.
Hey, wait, where the hell did GD go?
That's what
Three.
I was the only person who know. Like, where did she go?
I don't know, man.
She'll
I was
come back.
looking away from the.
I'll have the link to both Council of Leaps and in freaking in my Discord. So
Guys, who's Media Blaster?
Huh?
That was
Someone
actually
linked
posted something by Silent Joker 45.
Okay, I'm
He was
gonna
talking
go
about
here.
like there's no blade cannon or anything like that.
Let me see.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about. The Spawn movie. Oh no, the Blade movie.
Oh man, you was about to have me all hype. I want to see a Spawn movie so bad.
Todd is still working on it though. He's still working on it. Like,
Yeah,
By the way,
man.
the
Like,
bidding,
where the
the bidding
fuck
war
is
was
that
at
movie
it
at?
lasted
Sorry, the place where my
until
therapist. Hello.
Okay.
$300.
Hey, I can hear you. Yay,
Whoa,
GD's back.
guys. Edie's trying to say something, all right?
The place where my therapist used to work, I'm trying to get transferred to the place she's working at now. Called to tell me that I had an appointment. I did not know about this because normally my therapist lets me know this. When I have to answer my phone, which I use for StreamYard, it boots me out of StreamYard.
Oh, that sucks.
Well, I'm glad you're back. Well, I for one am
Also-
glad you're back, GD.
Thanks.
Speaking of which, is it just me, or does Brian Stelter sound 10 times smarter than Yakuza does? I'd rather be on a CNN panel with Brian Stelter than be in the same room as Yakuza.
You're talking about Joshua, the masturbator?
The butter boy.
Yes.
The fat bastard.
That dude, like it's not hard to be smarter than that freak. I mean,
the fact he went after Revi Desu says a lot about him. He's jealous of Revi Desu because he's going after a guy who has over 500k subscribers. Meanwhile, he has only 800 subscribers. What does that tell you? How stupid do you have to be? How stupid do you have to be?
That fat
Go ahead,
bastard. That fat bastard tried to claim he was better than Mr. Anime because he had more subscribers. I'm like, yeah, give it time. He'll surpass you, fat boy.
The thing is, his channel is dead. It's full of dead subscribers. That's what you're not understanding. My channel, at my worst, can do better than his nasty ass, ugly ass, video quality, dusty ass content. So nobody really cares about this wannabe emo, disgusting.
I said it best, Mr. I said it best, Mr. Anime.
Without being out of breath.
He looks more like a rejected Slipknot band member, basically.
Yeah, I bet.
Every time I watch his video to see what stupid shit he says, he's always like, "Hey guys, I'm mad at Mr. Anime again.
And I need to eat more butter."
And it's like,
no, you got to make your voice
deep. Having a heart attack. You sound like you're on the verge of it because you can't speak without being out of breath.
Yeah, like you have to make his voice deep too. He'd be like, "Oh my god, Mr. Anime, he's a neckbeard. He jerks off the lollies. He likes 3-year-olds. Motherfucker, you're the same idiot who had that Asuka picture, toy on your channel. And you want to say, oh, well, that was when my values were different. Give me a break. I'm like, okay. Why don't you stop criticizing people for liking Lolicon when you're the same dude who liked that stuff before? It don't matter if you stopped.
Apparently, I'm a lady beard, which I don't get. Like I said, is he referring to my crotch since people call that a beard? What does he mean by lady beard?
That's probably what he probably means, since he doesn't know what a woman looks like. So he's probably like, women have both sex.
I'm sorry,
I feel like this guy
probably doesn't even know what you look like.
A woman in his life.
He probably hadn't, but he wants to talk about everyone else as, oh, you never touched a woman. Dude, your fat ass wouldn't stand a chance neither. Fuck off.
Isn't he also the bastard that's stalking some weird chick who doesn't understand life, thinking he has a chance with her, but even she be like, "You get the fuck away from me."
He's stalking her.
Exactly. Also, Bobby Campbell
Wait a
brings
minute,
this
what?
point up. He says they blame everything and everyone for their own mental illness. With a facepalm emoji.
Wait a minute,
dude,
you're opening the box now?
No.
Man.
I just remember the.
They're just immature children.
Calm down, everybody. Calm down. I'm removing the bubble wrap so that way, when it does get to the episode, I have a better time of opening it. Calm down. I know we're all excited. I
This
know.
is just freaking killing me, man. But you know,
he really loves Black Lagoon, man.
These are immature children. Because if they were actual adults, they'd be trying to seek help. Like I go and see a therapist with my problem.
Cerno, hey.
Hey, Cerno.
Hi, Cerno.
Sorry, I'm late. I just woke up.
Well, hey, it's better late than never.
Better late than never, just like anime nights.
Actually, I can safely tell you guys who I did almost get, who I almost did won on the betting war.
Not being a morning person is kind of, you know.
I'm gonna be right back. I'm going to make me lunch. I'll be right back.
You guys would have probably had a heart attack if you saw what I almost got.
No, I'm.
It's a Shenua?
It would be.
Shenua?
It would be Melfina and Gene Starwind. I almost got both.
I probably missed a lot of it because I'm not a morning person.
Well, here's what you. Well, here's what you need to know, Cerno. Here's what you need to know. Spawn is the coolest comic book hero ever in the history of ever, and total badass, totally awesome. And
Net's got a figure from Black Lagoon who's just tormenting us.
Man, I'm a person who is very patient. I am not freaking stressing it, man.
And also, Butterboy made a new video about how fan service is bad in anime because he has a limp dick. And so we're all making sure that everyone knows that fan service in anything is okay because it's natural and should not be ashamed of.
I gotta ask the question. Oh, that looks cool. I gotta ask.
That is Albedo.
Okay, that's actually.
Oh, guys, Dio wanted to ask a question. Guys.
Okay. Was Yakuza stalking somebody? You said he was stalking somebody. What's that about?
Oh, he was actually going after Res Desu because, you know, he actually Res Desu is actually, you know, a really great influence for me, and he also inspired my channel, you know, for being what it is. I mean,
it reminds me of a
admit
little
that I'm
version of Hero Hey.
Perverted, freaking degenerative weeaboo. It's like all of us here. I'll admit it.
I'm not a degenerate, and I'm not a weeaboo.
You know, but you know,
I am a degenerate, and I'm proud of it, baby.
I am not a degenerate, and I'm not a weeaboo. I'm not gonna have these fucking bitches call me that shit. No, I'm talking about the SJW women that say, "Oh, you're a degenerate," or the anime girls that says you're a degenerate. I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm not a weeaboo either. I just love anime so much.
Yeah, basically, they just use the normies actually use weeaboo as a racial slur, someone going up to a black person and calling them the N-word, which I won't actually mention because I'm actually quarter African American, and I feel really uncomfortable when someone actually mentions the N-word.
You know, you can't really say that to these Wokies because they just look at your skin and be like, no, you just want to.
And some of them hate anime so much that some of them are actually racist against Japanese people.
Yeah, they want to talk about blowing up fucking Japan, Cerno. Like, what the fuck? Like, oh, let's blow up Japan. Let's have Hiroshima happen again. Like, what's the fuck is wrong?
Or Kill Annie came back with Dragon Maid. And
it's and it's like they hate anime so much because they can't control it that they're even becoming racist.
Yeah, man, and then these people want to be the ones to talk about social justice. Shut the fuck up, you racist motherfucker.
Oh, one thing I do want to throw out there. One thing I do want to throw out there. Now, if you remember that one thing, but Japan has feminists too, sadly.
I'm wondering how long it's gonna be. I'm wondering how long it's gonna be before Yakuza Western Killer goes full racist and starts to want Japan nuked again.
Oh no, he's
like all the
almost,
rest
he's
of the
almost there.
SJWs.
He just needs the right circumstances for it to happen.
One at a time. Okay, Anime Night, you have the floor.
Okay.
Sorry, Neil, I didn't mean to cut you off, but Anime Night actually wanted to say something. Good, Anime Night.
I can't hear him.
Oh shit!
He is actually that close to dropping the racist word. Give it time. Give it time. He is that close. I could tell because he already dropped everything else, and it's like okay, the only card he has left to play is the race card, and then there you go. He is the complete package of everything that is wrong with anime fans because he gives a bad fucking example. He's attacked everybody from the lolicon to those people who love fan service and the big milky titties to practically ass shots and redo of healer.
Yeah, dude. Like, okay, for an example,
that motherfucker needs to watch himself.
No, listen. Let me say something. He needs to change his name to Joshua Western Killer because he should not be calling himself Yakuza because you're using stuff from Japan. You have shit from Japan plastered on your wall, but you're saying the people need to get blown up for the stuff you have that's not even their fault, but it's the companies that make it. But you're saying everyone, women and children, all that should die because you're offended by something on the internet or on TV. Millions of billions of people should die because of that. That is fucking retarded and it's stupid and it's unnecessary.
I'm just hoping that one day you will accidentally eat a vegetable or fruit, and as soon as that vegetable touches his tongue, his whole body goes into a spasm, and we will no longer have to worry about Butter Boy.
I'm back.
Yay, he's back.
In all seriousness, guys, all I gotta say is we need to actually stand up for what we believe in as, anime fans. Whether it's manga, whether it's video games, whether it's TV shows, we need to stand up for it. We need to actually, protect what is ours. Because, these freaking Puritans, these SJWs, these freaking, weirdos and antis, they keep coming in. And, it's like what Dio said when, freaking, I don't want to say that. Oh, it's on the tip of, oh, yeah, that freaking thing with Katakawa trying to actually censor manga and, all that stuff. So that way they can actually, have it be posted for Apple and Google and stuff like that. Because of how spicy the manga is in Katakawa. But, the Japanese
the problem is that these the problem is that these corporations are so overrun with feminists that's your problems that their policies are feminist.
And megalo fucking maniacs who just want your money and want to milk everything. Looking at you, WB, you bitch.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, guys, like I said, the Japanese government actually freaking intervened, causing, the freaking, the CEO of Katakawa to actually get a 20% pay cut. And, I gotta say, I really have to give it to Japan. They're actually finding a way to actually, give us, by cutting the middleman. We need to cut the middleman and actually have, Japan try to actually give us the goods without, this whole
because of the whole lolicon situation, I'm afraid they're going to try to go to the U.S. government and try to get people people arrested for obscenity and stuff like that. So I could see the feminists trying to appeal to the right wingers in the government and stuff.
Okay, listen, Lord Dionysus, you brought up someone saying that they went to a bar and got their ass slapped by a woman, right? And then
that was Dee Dee. Dee's the one that said that one.
And you're saying that people these men are gonna wind up killing these women? You said that?
Well,
I'm the one who said that because I mean,
Yeah,
I mean, if you're gonna go to jail either way, some people might just say, well, if I'm gonna go to jail either way, I might as well punish this bitch.
Okay, yeah, this is gonna be the same thing here. You guys, a lot of anime fans is gonna wind up start killing these SJWs. It's about to listen. It's about to get real crazy. People is about to really start doing shit because these people won't stop running they fucking mouth, and these stupid bitches won't stop acting like fucking feminists, and these simp ass cops won't fucking do their fucking job properly.
Well, this is like zero tolerance in school. I heard a story where a kid pushed a bully out of a second-story window because he said, if I'm going to still get in trouble, I'm going to make sure he suffers with me.
Hell yeah. Props to that
See
kid.
what happens? You're basically teaching children, well, I might as well beat the crap out of the person bullying me because I'm still going to get in fucking trouble.
So guess what? The bully got pushed out of the second-story window.
Reminds me of an old friend of
You all
mine.
right? You okay?
He got expelled because he beat.
Okay.
No, I was
Actually,
hoping
he
he was
got
fucking
expelled
dead,
because
actually.
he threw a bully. Actually,
Yeah.
a friend of
Did
mine.
the bully
back
die?
in the
Did the
day-
bully die? Because if he died, that'll make me happy.
I don't think so.
Now, one thing I do want to throw out there. One thing I
guys-
want to throw out there for a moment because it's kind of
Lee Shadow actually had something to say. Lovely Shadow.
Well, my phone's at like 3%, so I have to go soon. But before I go, here's my final goodbyes. So, for my dream comics that I want to make sooner, I don't know if I will make them or not, but once I do, just imagine dark, gritty stories with badass protagonists and antagonists, and at least one sexy anime girl. Well, not anime girl, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. Well, anyway, it was actually fun.
Wait, hold up. Stick with the shadows because at the end of the day, the darkness is always with you.
Darkness is always with you.
Yeah.
So edgy.
Feed into the darkness.
This darkness.
Yeah.
Come to the dark side. We have cookies.
You guys want to see who the character?
Well, what I was going to say though, kind of
Please,
picking
thank
up with
you.
what
Please
everyone
show
here was
us.
saying.
Please show us the anime night.
Right.
Oh, let's
Show
actually
us,
see
and then I'll show the rest of my stuff.
I mean, you might as well just do the unboxing here and
Might as well do it now. All right. 3,
The only
2,
way-
1. Drum roll, please.
Here we go. And
Oh boy. Oh, damn.
Wait, can't see it.
Sorry, guys.
I get the spinny ring of
This is the character for this. This is the character for this Friday's episode.
Yeah, this Friday.
Ooh.
Who's that?
One
Oh,
second.
that's the girl from Black Lagoon with the she has that really long hair.
I might have to refresh the page because I'm just getting the spinny ring of whatever.
All right. Well,
Nice.
That's this Friday's character. Oh, figure
Oh,
actually.
that's crazy. That looks cool though. I always thought he was a cool character, but I just never really got into that.
hold on.
But
I'm gonna bring Suno back. Okay, come on. There we go. Go
There,
back, Suno.
yeah.
finally, because I was getting the spinny ring of, it was just not loading for some reason.
But hold on,
Yeah,
guys. Like
it's fine
what I was
now.
saying-
Actually, I can't wait to see. I just know Revy Lockup is gonna have a heart attack when I show him who I got. He's gonna have a heart attack.
Well, guys, like what I was trying to say before, though, like the whole guys getting harassed by women are going to start fighting back, and anime fans are getting tired of these wokies, and not just anime fans, but comic book fans and everyone else getting sick and tired of their crap and beating the crap out of the wokies, which, let's face it, wokies deserve it. But also, one thing I do want to throw out there too, and it's like what I brought up before, with these trans animals, trans Korean idiots.
Yeah, I'm
And
going to say this. I'm going to say this. If I'm going to identify as anything, I'm going to identify as a badass character from anime or something. Doesn't even matter if they're the same sex as me or not. It's going to be a badass character. So if I want to, I'll be Luffy.
but no, what I was going to say is the thing is, what's going to start happening will be what's going to start happening is the mindset of the 1900s is going to come back. Well, granted, being LGBT would not be a crime. You'll be free, which is great and all. But the mindset will come back where if someone says, "Hi, I'm trans," the individual look at them like, "Oh God, you're one of those trans deer or trans Korean." One of those idiots that think they're a thing, right? But mind you,
They're creating They're creating a stereotype for themselves.
Exactly, and they're all trans people. There's real life trans people, and I am a proud supporter of the LGBT. I continue will be one, and it sickens me how we have individuals here. Didi, for instance, a bisexual woman. She's smart. She's beautiful. Great personality, etc., etc. And these idiots are making her look bad, and not in the elitist way. No, no, no. Because I guarantee you, a lot of these wokies who are LGBT are not really LGBT. It's just to them being straight is basically being a Yahtzee. I'm not going to say the actual word because YouTube, but it's like
I
that's
think I
what's
just
going to.
yeah I just
Yeah, apparently I'm a Yahtzee anyway, even if I'm queer.
And that
Are you guys ready?
A queer Nazi is an oxymoron.
Wait. He said he wanted to say you guys are ready. What?
But and
you guys really want to know?
Yes,
All right,
please.
this is from Black Lagoon.
Why don't you want to just wait until next?
Is that who I think it is?
Is that Chamois?
Chamois?
Yeah.
Yeah,
that
aka Chinglish says, like Remy calls her. And she's actually Taiwanese.
And
the Taiwanese character. I called it. Yes.
Oh man, she's actually really gorgeous.
And when I say Yahtzee, because we can't say the actual
That
word,
is a cool ass fucking figure. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I would actually
cool.
buy that.
I gotta buy one now.
The reason the reason we're not saying the actual words because we don't want to screw Mr. Anime over with YouTube. But the reason I'm a Yahtzee is because I'm not part of the hive mind where I should think you guys are male chauvinist pigs.
Oink oink, motherfuckers.
No, I'm not no male chauvinist pig. Yes, I do believe women have, rights and all that, but at the same time, feminists is just taking it to a level where it's like, fuck men, fuck all of this. I'm like, dude, I agree that women should be more respected, yes, but don't go crazy saying fuck man, fuck you. Like you're beating your own cause. You're going like, come on, man.
I mean, if anything, Didi here is more feminist than these third wave feminists because she actually cares and has respect for everyone. Unlike these wokies, these feminists who are like, oh my god, you have a penis, you are the oppressor.
Yeah, I hate shit like that.
It probably helps.
I think that we should stop calling these new modern feminists and call them female supremacists instead.
Yeah, they are female supremacists. A feminist would not fucking act like this.
Anyway,
it's like, between
guys, Didi was trying to say something.
Anyway, I think it helps that my dad is basically a guy who believes if I want to do something, I can, and also agrees that a luxury tax on feminine hygiene products is fucking stupid because there's nothing fucking luxurious at having cramps and my body tearing down the wallpaper because I didn't give it a baby to grow.
Yeah. And I still love that analogy there. But
A
yeah,
luxury tax?
Yeah, on tampons and pads, and it's like I have such bad cramps that
What government puts a luxury tax on it?
the American
America.
Alright, is it a federal tax?
I think so. I don't know.
I don't know. All I know is it's a luxury tax, and I'm like, yes, because feeling like I'm getting stabbed in my kidneys is so fucking luxurious. You fucking assholes. How about I punch you in the stomach a couple times and ask if you still think there should be a fucking luxury tax on feminine products?
Man.
Fucking government. That's the fucking problem right there. The fucking government.
Mind you, we men can get condoms without the luxury tax, but women they gotta pay. That's bullshit. Because
it's just
and that's how it's so bullshit. Because a woman, first of all, she can't control that. Secondly, it's absolutely not fair that she has to pay a luxury tax for tampons. Meanwhile, there's no taxes for a fucking box of rubber for a guy. Like, what the actual hell?
That's insane. What the hell is the government thinking?
I mean, it's run by a bunch of dudes, so...
You gotta remember, these are old bastards who were probably told that if they touched themselves, they'd get hair on their palms. Because I've seen stories where guys will tell their girlfriends, well, can't you just hold in your period blood until you can get sanitary products tomorrow? Like, that's not how it fucking works. It's not like peeing or crapping.
Also,
and even then, you can't hold it in for long.
I just drew my OC in tears due to being sick of people overprotective over them not wanting them looted, yet she wanted to be lewd. It's just ridiculous how, like, these Puritans always actually cry over, like, giant anime titties and lewd anime girls that, they just actually had to scream, oh my god, this is sexist, this is misogynistic, this is actually...
Whoa, almost fell down. Oh, shit.
Oh, there's actually a comic of a black girl with a wokie covering her mouth like, don't worry, you poor naive fool, I'll be offended for you. I'm like, how about you let her have her own opinion? If she's offended, fine. If she ain't, you shouldn't be offended for her because she ain't offended.
Also, hi, Nip.
No. Notice how most of the woke people offended are liberal white women.
And here's what I was saying right now.
A lot of them are straight because there's no way. Because me and mine were like, look, don't treat us like assholes. We won't treat you like assholes.
Yeah, but I'm talking about your more wealthy. It's a lot of rich white women in suburban areas.
Who's daughter of an oil tycoon.
Exactly, those are the types.
And she claims I'm privileged. Yeah, I'm so privileged living in a trailer that should have been condemned 20 years ago that has a leak in the roof. Yeah, I am so privileged. Having to live on a meager disability check every month. Yes, I am so fucking privileged.
And one thing I do want to throw out there too, by the way, is this is the only time I will ever apologize for my skin color. Because these liberals, these wokies, these fucking SJW trash are making us look bad.
Thank you.
Time for a little SJW help, baby.
Because here's the thing. Nice. But here's the thing. Like,
I am so evil because basically, I used to just show up things like that.
What were you saying, Dionysus?
Well, what I was about to say was, well, here's the thing. Like, here we are. It's like I said with that allegory of the waiting room. Alright, there's, only one chair left, and sitting next to that chair is a minority. A black person, Mexican, a woman, LGBT, whatever you want, right? Now, to us, everyone here was just like, oh, an open chair. I need to sit down because I'm here to wait on my appointment. But the SJWs, they see an open chair next to a individual, and they would sit there like, sit down and be like, oh, hi, I am sorry for how my skin color treated you or my gender treated you. And, I believe that you are great. And basically, your typical SJW nonsense that the individual sitting in that chair doesn't give two fucks about. They just there for their appointment. They don't care about your Twitter nonsense.
They'll be like, dude, I don't really care, man. What happened, it happened, it happened. You know, just let it go. I'm gonna go and do this appointment, and then they keep going like, yo, I will offend you. I will defend. Yeah, fuck these SJWs, man.
Yeah, big time. Also, Nep says, fun fact, my OC is lowly and the same age as me since in real life I'm 26.
Also, people say Cerno is a lolly. I'm like, Cerno is not a lolly. She's damn near over 7. She's over 60 years old, damn near about to be 70. She's like in her mid or late 60s. She's an old lady.
Well, these idiots can't separate, fiction from reality, which is absolutely creepy.
She just mastered the skill of youth.
Like example,
well, she's a fairy, so really, yeah.
Like,
so she basically doesn't age. She's one of those. She's like kind of like Shinobu in that way.
Example, I watched a fan sub of Interspecies Reviewer because fuck Funimation for buying the rights to it and not letting us have the chance to watch it.
Yet they have High School DxD and a few others.
But I watched a fan sub of Interspecies Reviewer, and the elf brought up that the human character, because it's been a while since I watched, so I can't remember names. Don't crucify me. But he brought up that why would you want to sleep with someone who's older than my mother? And it's like, well, you have to realize humans age faster than elves. We aren't lucky enough to, still look good at the age of 80.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean,
and plus we die a lot sooner.
Guys,
the thing is, people are not using herbs. People are not using actual natural earthly medicines. That's why people are dying so much sooner. That shit actually works when you use natural medicine. When you go to the doctor and take prescriptions, that shit is not working. It's not. That shit is probably killing you. Like, I just suggest like people just go more natural, because it worked before. What's
well, I don't know about that. People used to die of what? There's a lot of things people used to die of back then that people don't now.
Cholera.
Yeah, cholera, typhoid.
Yeah, stuff like that. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff you can die from, but it's just best to use like more natural stuff too, because
I think the problem is I think that it kind of got corrupted after a while because of big pharma. Now they want to keep you dependent on stuff. Like they want to keep you dependent on meds instead of curing. They want to keep people dependent. They want to make sure people still have the disease so that they still have to take their meds or die.
Yeah, because they're gonna keep making money off of you.
Well, yeah, you make more money treating cancer than curing it.
And I guarantee you, we have the cure for cancer. But
of course, there's a cure for cancer.
But because you make money off of curing, people, it's like, oh no, sorry, we still don't have the cure for the cancer. I'm sorry. Now pay me all this money.
They have a cure. Wait a minute.
I'm actually gonna freaking do the same thing freaking Mad Matt usually would do. Take it to Detroit. Oh,
not Detroit!
Wait a minute, hold on. I see this picture on Pixiv where Cerno, your favorite character, Cerno, and Dionysus, your favorite character, Astolfo. I see a picture of Cerno sucking Astolfo's dick.
Oh my!
Are you on Pornhub?
No, I'm on
No,
Pixiv.
Pixel.
Oh wow.
Pixel.
Oh,
Maya's
I
Hey.
upload edgy artwork on
Maya.
Pixiv. I upload edgy artwork on Pixiv. I like drawing or making edgy stuff. That's why I upload it on there. I'm trying to expand my brand here, but there's a lot of porn on
Sad
this
what happened to her in
website.
the third one.
it's
Yeah,
raining.
those.
It's raining where I'm at, and this is supposedly a hurricane called Nicholas.
Oh no,
Man,
my cousin's
Oh.
going to see you.
Oh.
I show either it's my cousin that's going to come see you, or my first friend that I ever made in elementary school that's going to come
I'm
see you.
still waiting for a hurricane to be called Hurricane Asshole because the shit that
No.
these hurricanes do, man.
No. We call it Hurricane Wokey, just so when the damage happens, the Wokies have to cut their shit out unless they want to look bad.
That's one way to do it.
Hurricane
Oh,
Dick,
you know, Hurricane Anita.
Hurricane Dick.
Oh, no, go further. Hurricane Anita Sarkeesian. And then the next one
Hurricane
is Zoe
Zoe
Quinn.
Quinn.
Or Caitlin.
Zoe, you need to have 26. You need to have 26 hurricanes in order to actually get to Zoe Quinn.
Jesus Christ.
Also,
Hurricane Amy
I would
Schumer.
like N should be Hurricane Nora for Noralities.
I will never forgive that fucking whore for causing a guy to commit suicide.
And mind you,
Yep.
no one cared either.
Zoe's
But if
body
it was
count.
a woman, you know, they would all be distraught.
Everyone would want that guy's head on a pike if the roles were reversed.
Mm-hmm. But again, it's this Nick Beard's simple energy where it's like, milady must be predicted and fuck the guy, right?
I want to be able to go to like
These women wouldn't have any power if it wasn't for the male simps that give them that power.
Yeah.
one
So
thing
they
I
have to
hope.
rely on men.
One thing I hope I can do in my life is to be able to go to a YouTube convention, go up to Anita, recording on my phone and saying, "So I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I have never been told to go back to the kitchen or whatever when I play video games."
Now that only happens in 90s movies. But that only happens in 80s and 90s movies where you got the typical boy who's like, hey, girls can't play games. Girls have cooties.
My sister's the one
D&D, if we ever met at a convention, I'm paying you as my bodyguard. I will give you $600.
We actually do allow like Don Revna or like Kyono onto our stream. I swear to God, if anybody decides to go after those three ladies, I swear I will bring the wrath of God down on anyone who tries to attack them.
But like example, a few years back, before the great pandemic, I went to a con and I had my copy of Pokemon X and my 3DS, and I ended up joining a double battle thing with someone else. So I was basically attacking the Pokemon, knocking them silly while he did the special moves and stuff to pump up his power so that he'd be safe. And we won 8 times.
Oh, that's nice.
And no one ever said, "Ew, girl, you can't play with us."
Exactly, because again, it's only in these SJWs' mind or in old school, you know, 80s and 90s movies where you got the typical boy and the typical girl, the typical boy being, yeah, girls can't play games, they have cooties and, you know, like Barbie dolls and all that crap.
I mean, there was the one guy on Twitter a couple years back who says, "And if you play Pokemon, you're not a real gamer." I'm like, excuse me, asshole? You need to know strategy and stuff as well as type advantage if you want to get through the game. Otherwise,
I got
you set
muted.
yourself up
Funny
for.
story.
You're gonna set yourself up for utter defeat over and over again if you're trying to, use a water type against a grass type.
Oh, and speaking of video games, I do want to bring up one tiny little thing that I seen a couple of days ago. So, as you know, I'm pretty sure we've all heard this, right? Back in the '90s, early 2000s, aren't you a little old for playing video games? Well, guess what? A woman made an article about, oh, a man should not be playing
Oh, we
video
all know about
games.
this already.
No,
What?
Saw that article.
not that article.
And
That
she got
article
roasted for it.
should not have
She got roasted
existed.
big time.
Yeah, like she was saying how I forgot almost all of it, but it's like one point she makes is men shouldn't be playing video games like the Switch because my 8-year-old daughter plays the Switch, and
So
men
fucking
shouldn't.
what? I played video games when I was 8 years old too, with my brother. We had a PlayStation 1. I
But
got a Nintendo 64.
but I mean,
PlayStation 2 for Christmas. That was what my sister got, and we kept playing Spyro. She was
nice.
good.
But the
Yeah,
point
she's
here
speaking
is
of
just these individuals sit there and make it out as if playing video games is a bad thing. It's a hobby you shouldn't have. And I'm gonna be totally honest with you. I'm a grown ass man. I pay my bills. I pay my taxes. And the great thing about being a grown, individual. I mean,
Okay,
as long
well,
as you're
I'm
an
gonna
adult,
say this then. I'm gonna say this then. That bitch better not have any plush animals then, because that's obviously only for children, and she's not allowed to have any plushes.
You know what is even worse though? Is the people who say, "Oh, you play Pokemon as an adult? Are you a pedophile?"
I still watch
you.
Pokemon.
I like Pokemon. It was part of my childhood, so I buy every fucking game, you motherfuckers.
Not just that, but children, you
and
also
we
got to
don't have
remember.
the Smash thing either, because
Like you
freaking
also,
all the freaking creeps in there are actually freaking doing unexcusable things to freaking kids in that community, and they're giving us
Oh, the Smash community. Oh God.
yeah.
Don't get me
And
started on Smash. The moment someone's like,
I mean, you know why
The Smash community wants to smash in more ways than one, and it ain't good. And it ain't legal.
You know why my oldest nephew is into anime? Because I'm into anime. Why he's into video games? Because I'm into video games. Wasn't his dad, wasn't any uncles. It was because I like this shit and I'm his favorite aunt.
And also, that's absolutely adorable. And I want to throw something out too. Like, I don't know about you guys, but like when I was a child, I did have that whole mindset of I didn't have any parental figures growing up except for my Mimo and granddaddy. So when I looked at them, right, I'm thinking, okay, so being a grown up means I gotta wear this, button shirt and pants. Also watch the news and drink coffee and all this grown up air quotes there stuff, right? And it's like, as an adult, it's like, I can do whatever the hell I want. I'm gonna drink coffee while playing, Pokemon and watching cartoons if I want.
It's the same thing because it's like back in the day, me and my friends, we used to beat the shit out of each other on a wooden playground with a metal slide. We literally threw each other off. We slammed each other's heads into the metal slide. Hell, we even took steel chairs and beat the fuck out of each other. And we're still here.
The 90s, I missed it.
We took it a step further. We actually went to the monkey bars and we beat the shit out of each other there. We tossed each other off the very top of those things. And we're still walking.
And you can't do that anymore now because you got security cameras and it's like, oh no, you can't do this because it's a wild wind. You're getting out. Like, shut the hell up. Let me slide down this hot ass stainless steel slide and burn myself about 50 times.
I also think that the whole thing with having cameras everywhere, we're slipping into 1984. Big Brother is watching.
1984 is not a how-to manual.
I mean, also
Exactly.
just like what me, Didi, and Mr. A talked about, weeks, months back and all is today, this day and age, you cannot have a Goonies movie or a Home Alone movie because we got technology. As soon as little Timmy gets off the property line, mommy can call like, "Hey, get your ass back here. You're not supposed to, go anywhere." You can't have the Goonies. And
I don't care if you found a pirate treasure that could possibly save our neighborhood. You get your ass back to the house.
And it's like now I will give credit where credit is due. I love what Luca did because it's a movie that was here in 2021, and it's just sea monsters who they look human on dry land.
Yeah,
and
shame because they're trying to make it seem like the two characters were gay. Because kids just be fucking friends.
And it's two friends being friends, going on a adventure and having fun.
I don't like the movie as much. So
and now the people who are now the Genshin Impact now they know how the Genshin Impact fandom is, because they're always like, oh, these two characters are gay. Don't chip them with any man, like they do with certain characters. It's like their whole head can't. And it's like the Danganronpa community with the Chihiro. They call him trans, even though he's not.
He's not.
Oh, let's not even get started with trans characters because this still pisses me out. This motherfucking gay.
Only
that people
to avoid bullying or something.
Yeah, but they won't listen though. But like what I was saying though, it still pisses me off how motherfuckers sit there and say, Starfo is trans, when no, he is a guy, a femboy who likes to dress. Yeah, he likes to dress as a boy.
And they want us to guess how I think their strategy is. They want to silence us and ban every non-woke anime fan by making trap a slur, and therefore they can go back and ban everyone for hate speech by adding trap as a slur.
That'll backfire, because if someone says something like booby trap, referencing like Indiana Jones, that'll get that person in trouble, despite they didn't mean it in that sense.
It'll be selectively enforced. That's the thing. They won't enforce it there, but it'll be very selective.
And that's just that.
These people run Twitter. These people run Twitter.
Okay, here's how we fix that. We make it worse when they try to make trap a slur. We start calling every femboy a tramp.
Yeah, I mean, guess what? I am a femboy, like a legit femboy. I am a motherfucking trap. I want you to call me a trap or femboy, either one is good. But it's just, guess what? I have no intention on transitioning. I'm not a trans person, and it pisses me off when these wookies sit here and say, "Oh my God, if you're a femboy, you're trans. Astolfo is trans. Hidori is trans." Like, shut up and stop erasing me. I exist.
Until the character says, "I want to cut off my dick" or get a dick added, they're not trans.
Exactly.
Although a dick added, that could mean another thing too.
Ara.
That could also mean fuda, but whatever.
But like, I mean, you get the point though.
But you just had to bring it up.
You just add the dick without removing the.
No, don't get Lord Dionysus excited, because soon you're gonna be hearing.
Yeah, Kira gave me
all up in the fucking
stream. Got some more, so let's show some more before we end. Anybody fan of what's going on? Was I a vampire?
Yeah, I've seen that before. It's okay, I guess.
But guys, Didi's trying to say something.
Okay.
Linkar is into futas, and I think he's a predator because he's a male feminist, and most times
male feminists are pretty much almost always creeps.
Yeah.
Either they're creeps or they're really, really, really stupid.
Well, like when I found out he and Liz, Iron Liz as she was called when she was on his show, broke up, I was so surprised because I liked Liz. I thought she was a nice girl. And then when I found out the truth that most male feminists are creeps and predators and stuff, I'm like, was he trying to force himself on Liz and she's like, no, fuck that, I'm out?
It was fascinating. And remember, Unseen Penis, aka Unseen, Japan, is also a male feminist. So the question here is, how does he treat his wife?
Yeah, that I
I'm
see a
wondering
pattern,
how
and I'm wondering if
does.
he's also in that, if he follows that pattern.
I mean, I'm pretty sure, again, at the end of the day, his wife is still just wondering, what does real dick feel like?
She's got this giant dildo with the extra vibration.
That would have put past me for that to happen. Speaking of which, an old friend of mine, she started out on Yu-Gi-Oh, like Duel Monsters, like the card game.
Mm-hmm.
And this was back in the elementary school days. This asshole decides to bully her, and you know what she did?
Kick his ass?
She challenged him to a duel and kicked his ass in 5 turns.
5 turns! Wow! Imagine if they kept going and she was like 5-turn farming his ass.
Hey, that's what you call a game of move.
How?
She won because she had all 5 Zodiac cards.
How the hell did that happen?
Yeah.
Don't tell
I was laughing so hard seeing it. This happened in real time. It happened in real time.
Oh, she obliterated his ass.
Oh yeah.
And then he gets upset. He gets upset and he calls her a cheat and then demands a reduel. He was like, I want a fucking reduel. You fucking cheated. And she's like, you're just mad because I whipped your ass in 5 turns.
Oh. Also, Gigi was trying to say
something. She got up, collected her cards, and walked away from him.
Anyway,
I don't know where she is nowadays. I hope to God she's still among the actress.
Guys. Dee Dee actually wanted to say something. Go ahead, Dee Dee.
Go ahead, Dee Dee.
As you guys know, I bought Jump Force, which was very helpful when trying to kill time until I could come back home. But I basically beat the game within 2 days, and I'm doing another account, checking out all the other stuff, and I just giggle at the fact that each character I've made, I've given big cojones to. Boob cojones, not the guys dangling thing cojones.
Dangling thing.
Just because I don't like being told that my character can't have big tits because some potato bitch can't stand that no one thinks she's attractive.
Well, maybe if you would have actually had a nice personality and, lost some weight along the way, and I'm not trying to sound hypocritical or anything, well, if you actually would have actually worked out those 2 problems, then maybe you wouldn't actually have that type of issue.
And like I said before, and I'll say it again, I love big women, huge women, but here's the difference between BB over here versus Trivipo. BB is a beautiful woman, smart, intelligent, good personality, and Trivipo is a disgusting land whale that goes at every single
shit. I rather have Giesling beat the fuck out of me in the bedroom for 2 hours.
Yeah, in fact,
last one. Fire Force. It's Fire Force.
Nice.
It's always in a new. Fun fact: I did meet Christopher. Actually, I was at this con and I see this guy walking past me, and I kind of looked in his direction. He's like, "Oh, Latum." I'm like, "Latum," because I'm literally dressed as Sister Iris in the bunker gear, and he's like, "Hey, I like your cosplay. Do you watch a show?" And we talk for a bit. And I'm like, "Yeah, I really love the show." And in the dub, we just are going into the hideout and everything, and he's like, "Oh, do you know who I voice?" I'm like, "You sound familiar. I don't know who you are." He's like, "Oh, I play Hinawa," and that blew my mind. I know, like, this guy is talking to me, and it's like, "Oh shit, that's the actual voice actor," and that was so cool. And that was on the last day. Like, he's leaving and everything. He's got his luggage and everything. I'm like, that was pretty cool.
But
Also,
you know,
just putting it out there for you guys. I'm on Twitter right now. And apparently, Ren and Stimpy are on the Nickelodeon All Stars fighting game.
I don't know why they would still use Ren and
Yes.
Stimpy after what came out about the creator.
I'm just surprised they are using him. Period.
Well,
Because like if all the
what I'm saying is the creator of Ren and Stimpy, it actually came out that he was grooming little girls.
Oh.
well, that means the Wokies should be complaining since they complain about the artists from Rooney Kenshin. Like, remember they wanted Jump Force canceled because it had Kenshin from Rooney Kenshin, and the author was a cheese pizza lover, and so.
All right. Well,
I assume you gotta go.
Guys, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna call it good here. So let's get our final goodbyes out of the way. So let's start with Cerno. Got anything you would like to say?
You know, screw the people trying to take away our stuff.
Yeah, I agree. Oh, I was here the whole time. I was just trying to set up my video game stuff so I can I know where to have it, a place to put it and stuff like that.
Yeah. Anyway, Edie.
You damn Wokies. I am not playing the cool girl trope. I actually do like video games and shit. Sometimes I'll dress girly, but most times I just prefer to wear stuff that's fucking comfortable. Bite my fucking fat ass if you can't stand that I am not like you and gonna throw a fit over a guy.
Yeah. Anyway, Enemy Night.
Just be ready for next week. It's coming. So, but big to Mr. Anime for allowing me to come on today. Now that I have a chance to finally show up.
Yeah. Anyway, it was actually fun having you on.
Shenya also says hello.
Silent Joker.
Not much. Just stay cool and be awesome, my bros.
Right, and Neo.
Nothing much. Just keep rocking the dragon, Devil Hunters. Keep rocking the dragon.
Dio.
Alright, my glorious degenerates. It was fantastic.
Not degenerate.
You're one of us. Just accept it. Embrace
I'm one of you. I'm one of
you,
you, but I'm not degenerated.
One of us.
But anyway, Phil.
We'll cast meet up the ass.
But anyway, Phil. So anyway, it was
Horrible
fun.
impression.
I'm quite glad we finally got the Dusty Soul District crap out of the way. And remember, there's the live action She-Ra that will hopefully be good.
Better
On top of that,
She-Ra.
yes, and on top of that, I will be getting a new game called Tales of Ares, or Ares, how you say it, on the 16th. So I hope some of y'all will join me on Twitch for that. And finally, remember, my glorious heathens, live for your desires.
All right. Well, before I actually close out the stream here, I'm gonna say this: Yakuza Western Killer, keep freaking Resistess's name out of your goddamn mouth, because basically you just freaking pissed me off when you actually mentioned him. But as always, guys, I appreciate you coming on here. I appreciate you actually, voicing your opinions and stuff, and also saying this. But as always, just remember these three things, guys: respect the waifus, enjoy your fandoms, anime is freedom. And until the next one, this is Mr. Anime 343 saying, sign everyone.
Surprise butt sex.
Bye.
Yeah.